Have you decided where we're going now?
Nah.
Slowly letting the shadow from over my head. Slowly closing my eyes from all that I said. With a little love, we can change the world. With a little love.
After 2 months in Townsville refitting Mirrool, it was time to untie the lines and leave the marina. Goodbye, Townsville. To the reef.
It was unexpectedly good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Alright, now drop that camera and get those ropes.
Sounds pretty good. As in, no noise at all.
Isn't this wonderful? It's just the total opposite of doing a refit. It's just so I still haven't decided where we're going yet. I think we'll just go. We'll just see what we need to pick a reef and then go to it. I think. But, I think this northerly is going to be quite moderate for the next day or two. So
what
why
have we
don't
got
we just
now? 8 knots? 10?
8 knots? I don't know if we do. No. Just under 5.
No, of wind.
Oh, the wind. Sorry.
Obviously we're not sailing at 8 knots.
Yeah, you know, we've got a clean bum and everything. Yeah, it feels like 8 to 10 knots. There's a few just little white flecks. So hopefully it builds, you know, like when we go around Cape Cleveland, we've got to go across Bowling Green. It's quite a large expanse. Hopefully we'll get a fish. But yeah, we'll just make it up as we go along. Let's just see what the wind does and what's the most favourable thing to do. I know you're supposed to have like a plan when you go sailing, but we sort of don't at the moment. So it's all right.
Somewhere buried in all of us is the need for love. Deep down in the core of our hearts is the spirit that can change your world.
GPS.
Have you decided where we're going now?
Nah. Well, we were going to go to Shrimp Reef, but we'd get there at Shrimp. But we'd get there at 7, 8 o'clock tonight because we're going faster than what we normally go because we've actually got the wind with us now instead of just punching into 30 knots. So we're just sort of cruising around at 6 knots at the moment.
But it's free range policy not to go out to the reef at sunset or in the dark.
Yeah, it's a reef I don't know. I don't have any track there. I've got no experience of it, so we'll go when my Polaroids work. So we might just go further down the coast. Why don't we just do 100 miles and then we'll see where we wake up.
Oh yeah, yep, a night sail.
We'll go around the bottom of Old Reef, but on this tack we'll just cut straight across the top of Cape Bowling Green. And then we'll just keep going. We'll duck under a reef and then we'll just see where we are. We'll make a call then. Our only job now is just to head south and stay out of shipping lanes. And not let this other yacht catch us.
Yeah, they've been behind us for a while. But now we turned a little bit downwind. We lost a bit of our mojo. So we're not on a run.
Yeah, but we've dropped everything and put our Jenica up.
Yeah.
So we're still maintaining the same speed, so it's pretty good. If people are sort of competitive, they don't want to be cruising around in a 30-foot yacht because everyone in 40-foot yachts will beat you because they've got faster hull speed, but we're doing okay on this one.
Just need a fish too.
You do need a fish. We'll just let him tire out. They got too much hardware in their face and we're going to have to release him. So.
He's not really fighting like...
They're not
it's
a
like
sport
swimming with a
fish.
boat.
No, they're not a sport fish. They're not a good eating fish. They're just Barracuda. He's going, but we don't have the ratchet on the alarm. If anything's going to give you ciguatera, it's one of those dirty old big Barracuda that's lurking around the reefs.
Barry. Woo.
That was not bad. See where I gaffed him just in that lower jaw, that's where all the bone is. You don't want to get it too far down because you'll rip all the flesh, but if you can get it right behind the bone, you can sort of just hold him by that jaw, and you see there was hardly any blood coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other nice thing is where the lure had caught him, and I mean that wasn't any of our good management, it was just luck. But where it hooked him just under here, it also was clear of all his gills and his heart, because their heart is right at their throat latch. So there's no question that definitely would have been a pretty unpleasant experience for him. But he's got a pretty good chance of surviving. We're not going to eat him. I don't want to have a ciguatera risk. And I just don't like them. So over in the Caribbean they eat barracuda, but they're just not the same here.
Change your world. Change your world. Change your world.
As the wind intensified a little more and veered to the east, we brought down our cruising spinnaker and unfurled the headsail just in time for a bonito tuna to take the lure.
Right, here we are, Nara Inlet, 133 nautical miles in 26 hours, which isn't too bad.
Pretty good for Mirrool.
Yeah, we lost the wind this morning, didn't we? So we're just pootling along at about 3 or 4 knots. So for the most part, she was doing 6s and 7s, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't really been on Mirrool with her just going consistent 7s for like 12 hours. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so that's it. We didn't end up going to the reef, did we? We just figured because the Australian coastline's sort of going all the way east, while we had that northerly, we just busted out that east, and from here then we can just sort of make
Little trips.
little sorties out to the reef from here, and it'll be pretty good. But there's plenty to see around the islands as well, so we better do a reconnoitre before your family rolls into town, and just have a look at stuff that we like.
So we anchored in the Whitsundays yesterday. We're actually anchored at Hook Island. Is that right, Troy?
It is, and we're in Nara Inlet.
And we're in Nara Inlet, and we're going to go, we've just set up the dinghy, and we're going to go for a little walk. Apparently there's some Aboriginal art up a hill, so we're going to go find that, and then have a little explore around the inlet. Anything more to add, Captain?
It's a little bit unusual to be out in a sort of natural surrounding with people around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's busy. It's really busy. There's probably about 15 boats in this inlet, in different spots along it, but yeah. A few tourist boats and lots of charter boats, so we're definitely in the tourist zone now.
We'll do something about that in the coming days.
Yeah,
But this is a nice protected spot for just after you've done an all-nighter.
that's right. We wanted to rest after getting in yesterday because we sailed for about 26 hours, so we needed the sleep and the calms. After wearing shoes for 2 months in civilization, my bare feet weren't up for the walk, so I was glad I'd remembered to bring my shoes along. It's always reassuring to look out from on high and see your tiny home still there, bobbing on its anchor. Nara Inlet is a cultural site for the Nagaro people. Pause for a moment and think about the generations who walked here long ago. Touch the etched handprint representing today's Nagaro people, then follow in the footsteps of their ancestors. This is a type of cycad. It is surprising that cycads still exist today, having faced 5 major extinction events on Earth. There was some really fantastic information on display based on archaeological discoveries and collaboration with Nagaro elders. This island was once a part of mainland Australia, and with the rising sea levels, the Ngara people slowly adapted over time to become a more coastal and seagoing people. This is reflected in the later artefacts found on the island. Viewing the Aboriginal art like this was a little different to our Kimberley experience, but as this spot is visited by thousands every year, it is necessary to keep it fenced off to preserve it from unintentional damage.
All right, well there we go. We've stoned it, we've stropped it, so that's nice and sharp and ready to go. So all that remains now is to wet my face with some nice fresh water, get my badger hairbrush and my shaving soap, and we'll see if we can't get rid of some of this mess, and I'll look 20 years younger. If you were tempted to get rid of this with any other razor, like a safety razor or something like that, it would be all but impossible. We'll see how the old cutthroat gets through it. So I guess the principle behind using a cutthroat razor is keeping your skin nice and tight. Oh, look at this stuff. Might be easier just to have the bucket straight under me. What do you think, Pascal?
Yep. So have you got any tips for people starting out with cutthroat razor?
Don't cut yourself. What'll happen under your beard, you'll often have little pimples and things like that, and you'll just cut them off and you won't even feel it because the razor is so sharp. It's not a major deal, but it can be inconvenient.
Know where your moles are.
Know where your moles are. So the main thing to really look out for is just to keep your skin really taut, but you really want to have a sharp razor. If it's not sharp, it pulls, and then you get frustrated, and it increases the chance of you cutting yourself. Any way that you can, I like talking to the camera like this, I look kind of scungy, don't I? Any way that you can keep that skin taut, whether it's holding your face up, blowing your cheeks out, it doesn't matter. That's what you want to do. I feel like I should be selling fried chicken. All right, so we got all our stock removal. I'll just re-soap myself, and then I'll just go against the grain of where the hair would have grown out of.
Are you going to leave your moustache for a while?
Yeah, I think so. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I like it.
I might shape it a little bit more, just with some scissors or something like that.
Yeah.
But so a straight edge razor, you're not necessarily gripping onto the handle like that. It tends to be, like more, you've got this curved bit, more a finger goes in there and you're actually hanging onto it, and this is more of a guard, and you're just holding this out of the way. Okay, usually at right angles. All of your grip is actually on the steel itself. Oh no, it's got that.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you can always trim it later.
I think I'll just leave them, eh?
Yeah.
It's got that dirty porn look.
Good morning.
Oh, you've just joined us for coffee. Well, I just need a little bit of sweetener for my coffee this morning.
That's 70 kilos of honey right there.
7 kilos of honey.
More.
It looks like a 10-litre thing. It's probably more. Yeah, we'll do a bit of transferring in a second, I think. Anyway, Good job.
Yeah, I think it's 10 kilos of honey.
It would be.
Yeah, it was 10 kilos of honey for $70. I was like, that is a score.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
$70 for 10 kilos of honey.
Yeah.
You've done really well.
And it's from a local apiarist, so it's not even like...
That's like a 10-litre bucket.
Mm.
And it's full. And I think that honey is heavier than water.
Mm.
So they've topped it right up. I think you must have used your charm. Until he comes in the hitch.
Makes pretty quick work of those peanuts.
He does okay, doesn't he? I think these cockies, they're like the local equivalent of monkeys. They can cause a lot of mischief, you know. Like over in Hamilton Island, I've heard that they got, like this one, accustomed to coming and visiting people for food. And if you leave like a window open or something like that in your house, and a flock of cockies actually get in there because they're not scared of people anymore in their houses, they can just wreck everything. So he obviously knows what peanuts are. All right, shoo, go.
Hey, little buddy. You back? It's the same guy?
I guess. That's more comfortable.
Thank you for tuning into Free Range Sailing. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, as it really helps get our video out to more viewers. If you'd like to keep track of us in real time, there is links in the description to our Facebook and Instagram page, as well as loads of other great information that you might find useful. Also, we'd love to hear your feedback and questions, so head on over to the comments section and drop us a line.